What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you enjoyed your weekend, but you are ready for a very volatile day of trading tomorrow. I think to the upside, but you just never know. Now, in this video, we're going to briefly go over some breaking news that is on CNBC that I think is very significant, and it's going to play into this rally that we do see tomorrow. But a main portion of this video, I do actually want to go over why this whole controlled squeeze concept or theory that is being talked about is utter complete bullshit, and we have facts to go over here in this video. So hit the like button for me if you guys are excited for tomorrow. If you want to help push this information out to as many people as possible, do love and appreciate you guys. Thank you for doing that. Consider subscribing to the channel as well, and comment down below your thoughts on this video. So let's get into the breaking news first and exactly why I think this is substantial. So if you make your way to CNBC, you'll see this is one of the top articles and actually has this little skinny section in the middle right here. Spider-Man No Way Home scores third best opening in cinematic history with $253 million haul. But it says the Marvel Cinematic Universe film also scored $334.2 million from 60 overseas markets, leading to a $587.2 million global haul, the third highest worldwide opening of all time. This is huge. This is only behind Avengers Endgame and Avengers Infinity War, and they are only about $7 million away from beating Avengers Infinity War's record. I believe 257.6 million, and that was in 2018. I actually seen that movie in theaters. Just a quick fun fact there. But this is definitely going to add a lot of enthusiasm for AMC, for theater companies in general. But if you're going to invest in a theater company, why not go with the best? Why not go with AMC? We also have another blockbuster movie that has not seen a sequel to since 2003, which is The Matrix Resurrections. I've seen a lot of people in my personal life talking about they cannot wait to go see this movie. So I think we're going to get back-to-back blockbuster banger movies that come out that is going to help fuel this rally. Obviously, this is on Wednesday, so by Thursday we should get the first numbers, and that should hold this rally throughout the end of this upcoming week. That's really all I want to say from this. Let's get into what I really want to talk about here in this video, is this whole controlled squeeze theory. And this is just some bullshit. There's no other way to put it, guys. Don't listen to this, right? We're going to get into what you guys really need to know, and what you really need to know, and why this is being talked about so much, specifically if you are new to the community. A lot of people feel like the June rally was controlled, myself included. They disabled the buy button. All you could do was sell your stock. They didn't even halt the stock. They at least should have just halted the stock for a couple hours, figured shit out, but they didn't. They essentially controlled the squeeze and forced the squeeze to stop. And the short squeeze never even started. Let's take a look at the data here. We only seen about a 5% short interest decline from before the squeeze, or the squeeze in air quotes, to after the squeeze, more air quotes. Because if you guys take a look back here, go to May 28th. That was the exchange reported short interest settlement day before obviously the June 1st through really the June 4th rally with AMC stock. We went from 19.93% short interest. This was an all-time high. And June 30th, after the squeeze was over, we were only at 14.71% short interest of free float. We only went down 5% with the short interest. And that first bit of short interest is really, it doesn't do a whole lot, right? You guys can think about this like it gets the stock price up there, but as the stock goes up higher, inevitably you would think less people would buy the stock. Because why would you buy a stock that just went up 10x? But that's not what happens in the investment world. People continue to pile into that, and as more people pile into a stock, it's harder for shorts to actually get out of their short positions. So they effectively did control the squeeze back in June. But what happened? What was the fallout and the repercussions for that? There was testimonies on Capitol Hill. Nothing too crazy as far as Citadel or Robinhood. They didn't go to jail or anything like that. Maybe something could come up, but they didn't see any real legal repercussions of this. But they weren't expecting this at the same time. At least I firmly believe Robinhood, NSCC, DTCC, they were not expecting this. But specifically, what happened with Robinhood? They lost so many customers. Their signups were down 79%. The brokerage that really benefited from this was Fidelity. Now, I think this time around, they are not going to do that. Robinhood, no brokerage is going to want to do that and to lose customers. If Robinhood literally did this again, that would be financial suicide. Only way to put it. They need to capture those newer investors, and your newer investors are a lot of apes, a lot of people that are in these short squeeze trades, not even just AMC, but GameStop, Clover, all these other stocks as well. That's who Robinhood needs to capture. And the NICC and the DTCC have been putting in all of these rule changes to literally start giving intraday margin calls. They didn't do that back in June. Now, if you're in all these risky positions that go against you, you got to put up your money within about 10-20 minutes or they're going to forcefully liquidate your positions, and that's also going to add more buying power to AMC stock. But even on top of this, I know we don't like the SEC, any regulatory bodies, right? But the SEC, their only one main priority is fuck the retail investors. They don't give a shit about you. Their main goal is to make the markets at least look like they can be respected and they are fair for everyone. We know that's not the case, right? But they really want to prove this to big money and even foreign investors with a lot of money that invest in the American stock market. If they were to do something like this and actually cancel the squeeze, just stop the trading of the stock until the momentum went down or died down, that would have severe repercussions for the American stock market in general. So I think any way you put this, you cannot control the squeeze. And I know there's going to be some people in the comment section like, hey, if Citadel or the next guy just had a ton of money, which they do, presumably, right? Have all this money, couldn't they just short the stock back into the ground? That's not the case. Take a look at the share utilization. It's at 79.43%. This is the measurement of out of the amount of shares that are totally available to be lended. This is the number that has already been lended. 79.43%. There's not enough shares available to actually short the stock into the ground. And if the market rules are right, if the market, and this is a huge if, we can't verify any of this, right? But if the markets are functioning as they should be during this time of a short squeeze, the only way that you can have more shares available to actually just continuously short the stock, like short 200 million shares that is not trading on any given day, is if the market makers are just letting out these IOUs, these synthetic shares. They are naked shorting. But that is not necessarily what happens unless there is a ton of options that run into the money, and they obviously have to do all these naked shorting strategies. But that's not necessarily going to happen, in my personal opinion, once the MOAS does happen, because there's going to be so many buyers compared to sellers. And I think most people, comparatively to June now, are mostly in stock. They're not really in options, and I don't really expect there to be a significant amount of options that would take away all of the shorts that are trying to cover and adding that buying power. I just don't think there will be shares or enough shares available to crush the short squeeze. We didn't see it happen back in June. The only thing that stopped the MOAS back in June was disabling the buy button, and that's the only thing people should even be concerned about. But after this video, I hope you guys realize that's not even possible. That's not a possible route of continuing your business for Robinhood or other retail brokers. And if anything, what's going to happen is, let's say Robinhood did do this, other brokers, they're not going to want to do this. There's always going to be brokerages, and in my personal opinion, if there was even one that did this, people would just start trading their stock with other brokers, because we know we have a ton of different brokerages at this current moment. If anything, a lot of apes are on Fidelity, and Fidelity would be the last brokerage that would do this. And just reasonably thinking, Robinhood, they have to be ready for a scenario like this. They did put it in their framework, as they did warn investors after this June situation, that they can and will do this again if they have to. But like I said, not very many people are still on Robinhood, and that would be financial suicide. So all in all, this whole concept is bullshit. If you're hearing people talking about this or actually like trying to convince you that there's going to be some kind of controlled squeeze, nobody is going to be able to control this. Not a single damn person. So hit the like button for me, consider subscribing to the channel. Let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this? Is there something I missed? Is there something that should have been said? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. That is what that is for. Check out the links down below in the description to get some free stock with Public, to use a brokerage that does not use payment for order flow. So no worries there. Public will still be trading AMC no matter how high the price goes, because they send their orders to the lit exchanges. No payment for order flow whatsoever. Also, check out the pinned comment down below. Link to go follow me on Twitter, as well as the link for the buy and sell alerts. Love and appreciate it, guys. Thank you for watching this video. I will see you in the next one.